Hey, welcome,
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to everyone. I can't see anybody right now because I don't have the other thing open on my phone, but those of you in the clouds, welcome. Just hit the thumbs up button, please. It'd be greatly appreciated. Hey. All right, so welcome to Politics and Wellness with your host, of course, Captivating Christian, and
Your co-host, MrCredentialed.
hey, what's up, Lindsay? How you doing? Welcome.
Hey,
Thank you
Lynn.
for dropping down.
Interesting week. Let's start with some things. I don't know if people realize how stressed we often are before we come on to our live session. It has nothing to do with YouTube. It's just life. I think we're in a stressful time right now.
Hey,
And dealing.
I was saying hey to Tabitha. Go
Oh,
ahead.
hey, Tabitha. Just a stressful time right now, so we kind of have to put ourselves aside
Lord knows.
in order to do what we are supposed to do with what we are committed to do with this live session, which is to bring a combination of the politics and wellness, and for us to collaborate. Because oddly enough, we don't talk we don't talk really any about what we're going to talk about. We don't collaborate. We don't have a meeting of the minds. The meeting of the minds is just an expectancy of us with each other. And we just know how to collaborate well. And it's not a bragging, but I'm just saying, we put a lot of effort into our relationship, friendship, be
as
specific,
friends.
as friends. But a friendship is a relationship, because I don't want nobody to take off running with the wrong thing.
It is.
I don't have the ring on because my fiance has the ring on. Thank you. Just for people, just in case. Okay. It takes a lot of time to, hey, Tenary. It takes a lot of time to really put yourself aside to be there for other people in a crisis like this. And that's what we're here for. We love it. That's why we come back every week. And we love the feedback that we get from you guys, and just the way that everything goes. Hey, Fresh Prince.
Yeah, what's up, Fresh Prince?
And hey, Nate.
What up, brother?
This is why we're here. This is why we come to do what we do, because we just love the energy. We love what we do. It's not about the money. It's not about anything but the feedback.
I said it sure ain't. Because
it's not about anything, and honestly, the subscribers that we have that partake, like you guys right now in the live section, and probably some people that even in the clouds, or why we come back, because when we come on, you guys help us to allow this whole thing to take a total different spin than what we intended, and we love that. So again, just starting off on a different note, just being thankful for what we've established here over the few months that we've been doing this. This has taken a turn that we did not know where it was going to go when we started it. It was a shot in the dark. So now that we took a shot in the dark and we've gotten to the light, we're so satisfied with the venture that we've gotten.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue.
Right. And I would like to say, of course, thank you to the supporters, you guys in the chat, my state reps, as well as the people in the skybox, because I've been told that plenty of people do watch, and they do acknowledge the fact that this discussion opens doors to dealing with not only mental health issues, but a whole bunch of other things, which is great.
Right.
However, I'm going to make this very clear. This is the last time and first time, being that it is Cinco de Mayo, excuse me. My drink is here. And I guess we got to dig up some dead issues. Firstly, some people or someone, to me, personally speaking, may feel as if they have to be proven correct. I'm here to tell you flat out, you're wrong. You're wrong about me. You're wrong about what you assume about me. Whatever that was allegedly said, I'm still waiting for the receipt. And if my mods or anybody can drop my email, I'm still waiting for the receipt, which I haven't received. So, with that said, with the weight of all of that, because I'm a small guy, I can't, that's a lot of weight. Um, all I'm saying, show me the receipt. I deal with facts, numbers, and figures. I don't deal with innuendos and hearsay and, oh, let me just throw this to the wall and see if this sticks. On the other hand, you're a woman. I'm not going to go there with you. I have no reason to. I could, let's be very clear, I could if I wanted to, but I'll take the higher road on that. Something that I'm sure you don't walk on. But what I want to make very clear, keep gunning for or trying to make somebody out to be something that they're not, you wind up digging a hole for yourself and getting exposed. So be careful of how far you take this, because people will begin to see you in a different light than what you show. So make sure that, if you don't care for the person, cool, don't care. I'm not for everybody, everybody ain't for me. And that's just true facts. It's no disrespect or nothing. It is what it is. However, um, everybody has a point of breakage, okay? And of enough's enough. So just be very clear. I'm over here doing my thing, talking about real stuff. And I just want to do real stuff, like stuff that affects our livelihood as a people. I mean, so much so that at this point right now, they're letting this shit just go on and happen and ain't worried about who's dying, why they're dying. People got funeral homes, bodies in U-Haul trucks. I mean, this stuff is serious. And to sit here and worry about what I allegedly said about somebody months ago in somebody else's chat, like I was high-fiving, which I don't do. I've never done. Even the people that have followed me from being in the house of debauchery, I was never really one to be like, oh yeah, you're right, high five. Because your beef is your beef. I support you, but your beef is your beef. So, I'm going to be the adult in the situation because apparently there's not many. And I'm going to just say what I said. I'm over here. You stay over there. Whatever you don't like about me, that's fine. However, any image that you try to portray on me, please send me any receipts and facts that you have. I'm open to them. And I can discuss them on this platform moving forward. But here at CCN TV, we deal with matters and things that actually matter. So, with that said, that's it. And I'll turn it over to you and you can start your thing with the credential. Thanks.
There have been a few people to come into the room, Jess, and a few other people. I'm sorry, missed a few names. Lavender, Hey, and whoever else that I may have missed. I do apologize, but welcome and thank you for coming through.
Thank you, Tanari. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanari. You're right. The brand, and I tell him that all of the time, and I'm sure other people like you as well do, that his brand is so much more important and there's so much more at stake. And having said that, that's going to usher into the first thing I want to talk about regarding mental wellness. And how many of us have either, it's always two sides to it. You've either been a bully or you have been bullied. And you don't have to say which one you've been because, we do grow up, we change and we do things differently. So If you have ever been bullied, then you know what it feels like to have someone constantly poking at you, tugging at you, pushing you, trying to make you go to your last
Right.
limit, and trying to make you change and trying to get you to do something so that you either break out in anger or you break out and lash out in fear and you go run hiding. But you have to understand when you're dealing with someone that not every bully is scared. Some people are practicing let me withdraw because I have so much more to lose. I have so much more to give than to be involved in the negativity. Or some people are also trying not to hurt you.
Mm.
And you don't know what people are going through in their lives. So to continue to act as an antagonist to someone who is not bothering you, you may not like everything that the person says, you may not like everything that the person does. I don't like everything Cap says and everything does, but that's between him and I. There's nobody's business what you do like and what you don't like about what somebody says. Huh?
No, I was just saying hey to everybody
Oh,
in the chat, but
hey everybody. I don't mind being interrupted because I'm good. But you don't have to like everything that everybody says or what they do, but have enough common decency to respect them. Don't go along to get along because somebody else doesn't like the person, because there's a crew of people. There's a crew of people that don't like me right now, and I can't tell you anything about them because I'm not listening to them. I'm not paying them any attention. I'm not following them on social media. They're not texting me. They're not calling me. Because once you make it clear that we cannot be friends, then that's just what it is. I leave you there to lay. And once I leave you there to lay, I expect you not to think of me 2 more seconds. So to continue to antagonize someone that is not being an antagonist to you or bothering you or being hurtful, mean, malicious, or cruel to you is nothing short of a bully. And if you are still bullying people in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, you have an issue. You need to go to therapy. You need to sit down. You need to figure out what it is wrong in your life where you feel like you need to continue to beat up on, gang up on someone that you do not know.
Well, that mainly comes from being bullied yourself because some people don't know how to turn that around. The bullied become the bully. Um, and
Yeah,
that's prevalent on YouTube because, of course, a lot of people, you may have been an ugly duckling, as a child, and maybe you
still are.
you grow up to be still that ugly duckling, but you become behind the screen of a thing, and you can lash out at
Right.
people. Um, so I don't, I mean, at what point do you turn that? At what point do you say, you know what I'm pushing for, my brand is greater than that. Um, we get so caught up in the fanfare of, and no disrespect to the subscribers, but some of us get caught up in the fanfare of the subscribers, because people praise them and, oh yeah, give it to them, and oh yeah, da, da, da. I mean, I've had somebody sent me a message in under one of my news feeds yesterday that I hope my edges are soothed or I don't lose them from the dragging that I'm about to get last night.
Turn to the side.
Yeah,
It's oh, okay.
it's all here. It's
Okay, I
all
thought
here.
so.
And so are my locks. They're still here.
I thought
So
so.
yeah, so no, there was no dragging. There, however, like I said, I'm still waiting for receipts, paperwork. So I mean, it's cute to talk about what I may have said, and you don't have nothing to back it up. That's cute and all.
Hey, Rico.
But I don't deal in that. I deal in, oh, you said it. Here's your picture. This is what you said. Blah 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 blah. All
Right.
that.
But see,
This,
we ain't talking about that's we ain't talking that person or that situation that you're discussing is now deemed irrelevant. We've crossed that
yeah,
bridge.
yeah, no. I'm saying that, but I'm just saying, in essence, it's like,
Yeah, I know, I get what you're saying, but I'm stamping that situation as dead. If I had a thing an emoji I could put on the screen. See, what you don't understand is that when you vibrate on a higher level,
oh, yeah, I know, yeah. You just don't, yeah. People don't, you don't catch it. but it's not for you to catch. That's my whole thing. My vibe and my vibration is not for you to catch, because you're not going to catch it, because you're not inclined to hear it.
Right.
Like the word says, those who have ears and will hear it, because that's exactly what it is.
Right. Hey, auntie.
Right. It will touch. I know, right? Hey, auntie. It will touch those that, yeah, you may, because this is entertaining. You may be here for the mess, but hey, you want to learn something too, or you want to. I don't really watch the news, so hey, I can watch this. It gives me a couple things. I don't feel like I didn't watch anything, or I don't know nothing about what's going on. I know something,
right,
and that's maybe all what some people need, and that's cool.
Right,
It don't bring me anything, but I enjoy doing it.
Right. And but see, in real life, not to say that YouTube is not real life, because contrary to what people want to say, that YouTube is not their real life. If it wasn't part of your real life, you wouldn't be on here, you know. And if you are on here, you're not bringing in some sort of who you really are, then that means you're being fake and you're being phony. So why are you here? So the point that I'm just trying to drive home is not targeted at anyone. This is targeted actually for people to grow, because I know that people struggle with these type of situations on their own. I'm sure that there's somebody probably listening or in the chat right now that will not start a YouTube channel fully because of the mess that they see.
Right. And but that's my point. It's like, and again, I've said this tons and tons of times. There is no, I can't type in somebody's name and it goes, oh, that's the beef sector. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? It's just not that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Scenario K, if I could hug you, but don't think that, please put that up here. But don't think you can't get it in real life. Thank you.
Oh yeah, like,
thank you.
I mean,
hey J Don.
I don't know.
It's not. I'm not here. Listen, I can speak for myself, and then we're gonna move on. I live a full life, so much so that that's part of the reason why my YouTube channel is on pause, because my life is too full. And even, not saying that Caps isn't full, but our lives are different. You know what I mean? So, but I'm give it all or nothing, and I have so much going on right now that I am thankful that I still make time for what we're doing on Tuesdays. So people are living their life for themselves. And if someone isn't living their life the way that you would have them to do it, that is not that other person's problem. That is your problem that you need to deal with for yourself. Whatever you feel or whatever you think about somebody else is your problem, not theirs, yours. Yours and yours only. So, moving on, we're gonna lighten this up a little bit and change this up. It is some other stuff we do need to talk about in dealing with people, personalities, and how to encounter that and continue on your mental health journey that I hope everyone is embarking upon. But we just had to go there a little bit because every game isn't meant to be played. And I'm just gonna leave that there.
Where it is. All right. So getting into some semi-political, Amazon executive steps down because he basically did not like how a lot of the whistleblower, so to speak, during their strike or protest, because they weren't being protected, and the warehouses weren't being cleaned. The gentleman that was fired because he basically ratted them out. So this high-ranking official in the actual company stepped down due to that. And I mean, I think it's interesting that we are starting to see the humanity in, at least in that instance, in a lot of the CEOs or high-ranking people in corporate places. This is just a start, but we'll see. That other gentleman, I did a news thing on him this afternoon. He got like $70 million from the stimulus that he
Wow.
gave back, but he only gave it back. Well, let's be clear, he only gave it back because he got backlash um, for the people. So then the government said, you know what, give it back. But we don't know if he gave it back and he got it back secretly. That
Right.
you don't know. But you
Right.
know that
Of
he gave
course.
it back. I mean, $70 million, and it was supposed to go to small businesses. And this is a huge corporation of hotels, which is the reason why Trump himself was pushing for this stimulus bill as well, because it would help him keep his businesses afloat too during this crisis.
Right.
So I find it to be admirable to a point, that humanity in some people is starting to come back and really say, you know what, I, that wasn't right what you did. Like, yeah,
Right.
he spoke out because he has to work in these conditions. So yeah, these people have to work in these conditions. They don't have the luxury that we have.
Right.
So why would he not speak out? Is it humanity or saving face? Oh, good, TC. It's a little bit of both. I mean,
Yeah.
for some, it's
That,
humanity and some is saving face,
yeah.
because when everything is said and done and we somewhat calm down from this, a lot of things will be exposed as far as the treatment of certain places, the lack thereof of others. We have, and that's another story I'm gonna go into as far as the meat plants and everything else, because of course there are people that are working at these meat plants like Tyson's and other places that are being infected
Right.
by large number.
Right.
Uh, and they have to slow down processing
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. And then it gets to a point where you start to wonder, well, you touching my meat, will it affect the meat? So it's becoming a lot larger than just that. But anyway, that's all
Yeah.
I have
Hey,
for.
official.
It
But yeah, you're right about that. And to touch upon the humanity, because I wanted to say humility
Yeah,
because it's part of that as well, and
right.
saving face. I think that sometimes people do humanitarian acts to avoid the humility that needs to be
That's
faced.
gonna come later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And
right,
that's why I got tongue tied because I wanted to say them both. For an
right.
example, I'll give you an example. Sometimes people and companies perform like a pseudo action of taking an advantage of a situation. Well, I'll say a pseudo hero. I'll say.
Hmm.
So an example is my apartment complex is allowing once you pay your rent for the
Hmm.
month. Of course, they're trying to get you to pay your rent because they
Right,
think that everybody's not going to pay in
right.
this time.
Oh, and if you got a
So
stimulus, you got enough to pay your rent now.
exactly. So they are then giving the opportunity to take $5 and donate it toward a local hospital or a local food bank.
Okay,
Now, at
that's
the
all.
baseline, it seems like a grand idea, like, oh, they're being socially responsible. But
Hmm.
in essence, guess what they're going to do? They're going to take that $5 times however many residents
Right,
do it and write it off.
right. At
So
the end of
is
the
it
year.
humanity or is it humility?
Right. And not to mention that the food banks, now that you brought that up, the food banks are depleting because the actual growers that, the farmers that sell their products, because of this team, have let their products rot rather than give them to food banks, because they'd rather make the money off of it.
Yikes.
Because they can't make the money off of it, they rather let it rot. So food banks
Yikes.
now have been in decrease as far as being able to feed people, which is a whole nother reason why,
That just
they
gave me
said, oh,
chills.
you can apply for food subsidies and get them now, because the food banks actually are running out of resources. So
Right.
overall, this has been a whole mess, like a mess. Don't test your deliverance tonight. I'm not. She says that, or he, Virginia Redbone, whomever you are, he or she, they say that all the time. So I think it's funny. Um, but yeah,
Good evening, Virginia.
this whole thing is a real mess. Any that can be fixed. And again, this is very important to why in which it is important that you vote, whether it's local or, far beyond presidential, because they, on how they handle an emergency is what you get. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
if you hiring someone who just because on appearance they look good or on paper they look good and they have not been tested, or you don't know, you kind of got a feel of how they will kind of gauge during a time of crisis. You get people like the dude the governor of Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is open the state, but himself and his family and the governor's mansion is on lockdown. Now explain that one to me.
Right.
Because if you open
Right.
the state, that means everything is open, right?
Right.
Right. No, he's canceled all his appearances, all of his meetings, anything that involves him. They have to do it through like video conference. The governor's mansion usually has tours, like all the other places, White House, whatever. Those have been canceled. His families, any kind of group thing that they have planned to go to, they have all been canceled. So he's quarantining himself and his family, but he opens the state.
Right. Pay attention to that stuff.
Make it make sense,
Right.
in the words of whomever started saying that.
Yeah, everything is well, Virginia, Redbone. I can't complain with the state of the world. I'm not even going to start complaining about any of my
And be
woes.
careful with.
So everything is good. Welcome, Chocolate Capricorn and Patty Duke. If you want to go vegetarian, that's fine, but don't do it because you think it's safer. Do it because it's a personal choice, because it's really not safer, because vegetation is still goes through
Yeah,
hands,
real
still
farm, yeah,
processing.
real
So
farm.
don't do it because of the sake of COVID. Do it for another purpose, whether it's
Yeah,
health or something like that. But it is not cheap. It is not easy. Vegetarian is different, of course, than vegan, but and also pay attention to what your health is like, because not everyone's health is able to conform to what a vegan or vegetarian diet consists of. So I was, just talk to your doctor about your decisions before you just do them.
mhm. Wow, till October. Excuse me. That's a long time. But I mean, I planned for it to be quite longer. Um, this. Please note that this rush to reopen and get the economy back started is just so him and his administration does not look bad in their response to this. It is not to protect the people or the safety of the people, because he doesn't care about the people. Because he really doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's bigoted and all that kind of stuff, so he doesn't care about certain people, but he really doesn't too much care even about his own people if they not in his bracket. Um, so we just have to be mindful. Yes, I know a lot of us want to go and get our haircuts or whatever, get our hair done, and so on and
catch
so forth.
at least
But
your hair.
you still have to be very careful and very mindful that at this point, it's almost like you being a house of, say, those who are parents with your kids, right? And your kids are sick, but you're not sick. And you try to do everything that makes sure that you won't catch what your kids got.
Right.
But your kids keep, trying to hug you and you want to comfort them and you don't want to be isolated from them. And you just like, you know what? All right, cool. I'll just let it happen. If it happens, it happens. I don't want my kids to feel some type of way. If I catch their cold, I'll just let it. At this point, that's what it's like. They're almost at this verge, like, just let it happen. And whoever gets it. Because the people who are low insured and, don't really have it or don't really have the resources, they're going out of here. Like you hear one a week, and they say, "Oh, you about good to go home." And a couple of days later, you get a phone call, so and so has passed. I personally have gone through that, so I it's it's real. It's not even, oh well, they're only talking about that on TV. No, it's real. I have a family member now who is in a senior citizen facility who has tested positive. So we can't have contact with her. She already has like dementia on site. So um God knows how she even feels or what she's going through.
Right.
But we can't be there. So, you know, granted, I get it. You're opening up, you feel like you want to go out and get. And I heard people were out online about some sneakers for Jordans or some mess. Come on, guys. Like, if you ever thought that the government was trying to kill you before, please note, okay, at this point, they don't care. Because at them, all they looking at is if it's less of you to vote against come November, even if they have to sacrifice some of their own. And they're okay with that. Because they've already, in their minds, they've already established that the elderly will go.
Oh,
They
I'm sorry
can.
to hear that, Lynn. So sorry to
Oh,
hear.
yeah, sorry to hear that, Lindsay. The elderly will go, and the homeless. A California city official has already said that. Like, I'd rather sacrifice the elderly and the homeless so they wouldn't be a burden on society. Now, take a moment. Let's think about a movie that we have all watched, where in which there was this great celebrational day where in which the people who had resources and sometimes those that didn't, but the people that had the resources was able to go out, knock off some people who they felt were hanging on or hangers on to the system and and using up the resources that they have acquired. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Because it's happening in real life. It just not the fact where, well, some places where you actually have a weapon on you and can actually shoot a person that you feel is less than. But it is happening right now as we speak.
Yeah. Hey, the smart show. But yeah, it is. It's a lot going on, and I also want to say that I'm noticing due to the nice weather. I know that we all have cabin fever
Right.
in one way or another, but the nice weather. Please don't mistake the nice weather. Hey, Wolverine, for it being time
Whoa,
to
whoa,
play.
whoa, 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 whoa. Beep, press pause. Wow. Wolverine has made it over here. Whoa, that's amazing. Anyway, go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry.
Hold on before I even start. Miss Virginia, well, Virginia Redbone. I don't know if you're man or woman, so if I'm so sorry if I said that, but no, there's no significance. To be honest with you, my beard derived from being lazy. And there was one point where I was just tired of cutting it, and now it is something hard to keep up with a little bit, but people think it's a fad. It's not a fad for me. One I'll cut it off and be just fine. I'll leave it and it's just fine, So no, I'm not a Muslim. I know that a lot of people mistake me for that often, but I'm not offended by what people think about that kind of stuff. It's just a beard, I'm not
Right.
vain about it. It's just hair, but just, a lot of people ask me that, so it doesn't bother me at all. But a lot of people are mistaking this warmth and the nice weather
Mhm.
for the Duchess. I cut my own hair, so if you want to come join, come on.
Right. He does cut his own hair.
Come on. It's not because of the COVID that my beard is growing out. It's just something to do. I change stuff a lot. You may come on in 6 months and maybe I won't have a beard anymore. So that's the only thing I can say. But anyway, moving off of my beard, it is soft. I try to keep it. How can you show us how to put your putting my mask on is difficult. It does not cover underneath, so it goes on But I try not to wear a mask unless it's required of
Oh,
me
thank you.
because it's not protecting you guys, to be honest with you. It's just a false sense of security for people to make you think that you're doing something the right way. But it is so much more harmful to actually have to wear a mask and to wear a dirty one than it is to go outside and keep your hands clean.
However, if your state is requiring you to wear them in grocery stores, like the state of
Yeah,
Maryland,
you have to wear 'em. I
yeah, please
mean,
make sure you wear them.
if the grocery store is mandating you to do it, do whatever is required of you. But I'm just saying, even if it's a requirement, it's still not taking care of you. It's not going to
Yeah,
help you. It's not going to protect you or stop the any of the stuff. So, like I was saying, don't mistake the warm weather for time to play. It's
right.
not.
We back
It's
to
really
normal.
not time to play. I know that we all have cabin fever and we want to get out, but it's really not time to play. You know what I mean? So if you need to take a walk, it's healthy. It's still healthy to go outside and exercise and stretch yourself. But please, people are just driving around as if it is just a free for all. Like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, people just it's 8:43 right now. You should hit the street. People cars are just going and going. And it's not cool. This
yeah,
pandemic will never cease if we don't stop the perpetuation of it.
right.
It is only transferred or it only comes about from being transferred from person to person or
Hmm.
from environment to environment or the different things that the virus can live on. But if you stop coming in contact with those things, then the virus won't be such a problem.
Right.
Is what worth your life?
Oh, going out. I think
Oh, no, it's not worth your life. I was saying all these different things. So
yes, I do like salmon.
yeah, salmon is so good, so good. But so I just wanted to put that out there. Another thing on a mental wellness note, I want to say to everyone to take the time to recognize your blessings because we're so consumed in the things that are going on in our lives. For example, COVID and everything that's involved in that. Just being healthy right now is a blessing. To
Mm,
be able to pay your bills in spite of your employment or in a inability to be employed because of the virus
right.
is a
Amen.
blessing. Take advantage of those things and take time to appreciate them and don't be so ramped up and involved in all of the things that are going on. Take some time to really just stay grounded and be appreciative and of the things and the people around you because here today, gone tomorrow. And if hope that this virus has taught us nothing, it's taught us that
Right.
here today, gone tomorrow, and the condition that you are in today is not promised tomorrow.
Right.
So I just want to say that to everybody to just take some time to recognize what's going on around you and just be appreciative and be kind. Just a little bit of kindness goes a long way. You don't have to be woe was me kind, but just no reason to be nasty and mean. Just be kind because we do know that one day this will come to an end. We just don't know when it will. And until we have that confirmation, we need to appreciate our fellow people around us.
Right. Very true. Very true. Very true. Because we don't, although this is brought uh, a multitude of feelings to many people, we don't know when it's our time. And even before this and after this, please make sure that you have, things in order so that your loved ones can, properly handle the situations that they need to handle. Because I know sometimes with us, and I'm speaking to us, child, the funeral will be the person be dead for like 2 weeks, and, and the funeral will be 3, 4 weeks later. Come on, please, we need to do better. We need to do better. We do.
And listen, I don't. I said this before, but I don't remember if I said it on a live. Hey, Lady T,
Hey, Lady T, how you
I
doing?
want to say this, and I know that we all have our responsibilities or whatever financially, but everyone, employed or not, got that $1,200 or 24 if you're
Or
married.
something.
Take some of that money and get yourselves a life insurance policy, because
Mhm.
I do not want to see any GoFundMe's after everyone got that little bit of money. When life insurance, the younger you are, the cheaper it is. So, and even if you're over 50, you can get a guaranteed acceptance policy that
Right.
is pretty inexpensive. So please take some of that money, so for the sake of your family, whether it's your spouse, your kids, your nieces, your nephews, or just enough to bury yourself properly. Please
Right.
take care of yourself.
Right.
And that,
And
and I
whatever
know that once,
arrangement you choose, whatever arrangement you
yeah,
choose.
whatever arrangement. And I know that once you shut your eyes, you feel like, oh, that
Mhm.
doesn't have anything to do with me.
Right.
But it does, because it's going to speak to how you lived your life. If you were balling and shot calling and you had all the latest and all the fly stuff,
Right. And then when it's time for you to
then
go and people realize you ain't got shit, it's a
right,
problem.
right, a big problem.
A
Because
huge
I
one.
would have no issue with taking your Louboutins and cashing them in so that we could bury you properly.
Okay. Well, that's nice that you put your money in the stock market and hopefully, everything else will work out for you. So,
Yeah, I
uh,
think it was.
cool. We have of course, like I told you, the virus hitting the meat market. Um, Costco's, a place where people like to go to shop in bulk, especially at times like this, has limited their sale of fresh meat, apparently for the potential of the shortage stemming from the meat plants or whatever due to this coronavirus. A lot of the workers are testing positive, which cuts back on the people actually working and the product that they can push out. So, just a note, each customer is only allowed 3 pieces of fresh beef, pork, or poultry products. Uh, Kroger's as well is also limiting purchases. So just so you guys know that there will be a meat shortage. So don't go try to rack up on all.
It's too late. They already did that. That's
I
why they
mean, I
put in.
know, but even when you try to go shopping now, like moving forward, you try to go shopping to your Costco's or your Kroger's, wherever you may stay,
Stop
they
putting
will,
S's on it.
huh?
Costco, no S.
I
Kroger, no
mean, what?
S.
Kroger's because there's more than one store.
No,
Actually,
but it's a
if
brand,
you
so
want
it's
to
just
be,
one.
you want to be, correct about it. But if
Yes.
you actually go to Costco or Kroger, know that you can only pick one of 3 meats. Okay.
Three meats. Anyway,
No,
three types of meat. But anywho,
3 types of meat.
I'm just picking. We just
I
cutting up
know,
a little
I know.
bit.
We just messing.
But no, he is right though. A lot of people are being sick, and it's affecting everything across the board. And before this, a lot of people were mass buying, and
All right, just Jess. Don't do me.
what?
No, she said don't do Cap.
Oh, I'm just picking with him. I didn't see that on my end yet, but it's just a lot of mass buying going on across the board. It's like I can't get toilet paper, so now I'm going to get meat. I can't get meat, so now I'm going to get. Next thing else going to be alcohol. You won't be able to find a bottle of wine. You
Ugh.
know what I mean? So
I think that's when people, what? And that funny part, that you say that, sorry to cut you off, but I think that's when people will really start to flip out. Like if you can't buy alcohol, it's gonna be like what? Because toilet paper and antibacterial, people are kind of like, oh, I can't find none. I had this. I was in Dollar General, true story, and it was only $1, but it was the little thing. You can only get 2. So me and my best friend was like, well, how about I get 2 and she get 2? We just pay for it separately. Like, no,
right.
you're only allowed to get 2, period. These little itty bitty, enough for you to just put in your car and I guess go squash and rub it
How
together.
can I would have acted like I didn't know the person. How you going to tell me I can only get two,
Yeah.
even
I
with?
think it was, because of this thing. But that's just me. That's just me. Because I really would have loved to seen if the couple behind us, who happened to be if they would have asked, and her name was Sabrina, let alone
Yeah.
Right.
The problem is y'all ask. You don't ask no questions. You do what you want. You're paid.
Yeah,
You don't ask
right,
them no
right,
questions.
yeah. So
So
it
that's
would
why
be
they did it.
interesting to see if that happened, but nobody was even trying to
Ooh, no, he
do
doesn't even. Ooh,
enough
pig
for me.
feet. No, he doesn't eat
I don't
pork.
even eat pork. I don't eat pork at all. You want to get it? You want to wrap this up real quick? Yeah, try to cook me something with pork in it, pork or beef, and we'd be done. No, unfortunately, I do not eat pig's feet
Yeah, Duchess.
or any.
Lysol is hard to find.
You said what?
Duchess said that Lysol was hard to find, and it is hard to
Yeah,
find. I
it
used to
is.
buy it in bulk, and it's hard to find. I just luckily found some toilet paper last minute online the other day, so that should be coming.
Yeah, I can't do. I need a bottle of something, either wine or some. Not to drink it every day, but just if I
Mm,
know
okay.
once I know it's there, it's like occasional, like okay.
Yeah,
Oh no, we're just playing with you, Virginia Redbone.
yeah. I haven't seen any of that stuff either. Just, and to be honest with you, it's just like it is. It's ridiculous how people are buying up all this stuff, and then you're mad because you got all of it. Now you want to sell it back? No, no.
Yeah,
Keep
right.
keep it.
Keep it, right. Exactly, just.
Tuck
I
it.
haven't seen Lysol for forever. But I know when I used to go in the store, it'd be like a whole wall of Lysol wipes. And you'd be like, who the hell is gonna buy all these Lysol wipes? So you mean to tell me one pandemic happened and the whole wall of Lysol wipes are gone? Yeah,
Right.
I don't
I,
believe it.
I just think
I
that
don't
they're
believe
being selective about
Yeah,
how they
I
get shit
think
out.
so too.
You have one job unless you do multiple things within inside your factory. You have one job, and that is to produce toilet paper, Lysol, bleach. You mean to tell me that's all
At
you do
this
on your,
point,
your production line?
right, we need to go to World War II when it was just like all the companies, regardless of what they made, they started, helping with the war effort. So they would
Right,
build certain things. So that's what we need to do until this thing is back to normal or back to
right.
somewhat normal.
I'm about
To
to.
answer your huh?
Huh? No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
To answer your question, no, I've never ate neck bones, and only because two things. My mother never ate neck bones; she didn't like them, and she didn't like oxtail. So, as her children, when she did cook them for like my grandmother or my stepdad, um, we didn't have to eat it. We could eat whatever we wanted. So that was it.
Right.
Yeah, and
Just
I'm not dying with swine. That's right, Lady T. There's
listen.
no oinky winky going on here. But listen, whoever does do it and eat it, more power to you. There's nothing personal. I just don't.
Yeah, I'd I welcome people in their eating preferences, but as for me in my house, we are going to eat. But no, I everything in moderation, limitation. I don't OD on anything because it's just not healthy. Anything too much of anything is a
It's
bad
just
thing.
it's
But
just
yeah, just I'm seriously considering. I'm about to get on a in my car on a flight or something like that and go to these factories and knock. But they probably got them on lockdown because they know people are going to be like, I need toilet paper. Not chilling. Ew. That sounds like something Brumman made off of Martin.
what?
But yeah. Uh yeah.
I'll,
So
I'll make you guys some fried pork chop sandwiches. Yeah, and you could keep them. Okay.
I'll eat the pork chops,
He'll,
just not
he'll
the
be,
bread.
yeah.
I'm good on the
I
bread.
mean, you may eat the pork chop sandwich, but I won't. But thank you, though. I appreciate your effort.
No, Wolverine. I don't get full stuck in my bed, but I always ask for a beard check just to make sure because you just never know.
And that's what your person should be able to do. Just give you a nice little check in your beard.
Right.
Uh, Hit paper towel, use some Clorox. Keep it right. That too, if you can find it. But yeah, that too, that works.
Yeah.
Um,
You
listen,
listen,
being the
Canary,
nigga.
don't be handing out that stuff. You better sell that stuff and get you some profit. Stop playing around.
No, no, the Justice Department is cracking down on that. Be careful, people. So anybody who's thinking, let me let you know
I'm
now.
not saying
No.
to raise the price, but to sell.
No. I'm just saying that the Justice Department is cracking down, and they come for us first. So
Here you go with
um,
this.
they don't. I'm listening.
Show
I'm
me proof
listening.
because it's a theory of
Oh,
when it
okay.
comes to
I
that.
got my email full. I'll send it to you later.
I'm cool with it. I'm just like I need receipts. I want receipts.
I got you,
No,
and I have you on those receipts.
okay.
But yeah,
I'm
just
cool with
but just so people know, and this is, of course, we're
that. Yeah,
playing.
this chat.
Seriously, the Justice Department is cracking down on people price gouging in like places. I guess what's that, Craigslist or any other
I
place
said
where you.
I didn't say price gouge it.
No. I'm just saying, but people have been, so
Yeah,
I'm
of
just
course,
saying,
of course.
know that the government is cracking down on that, while the Justice Department is cracking down on that.
Yeah,
Um,
as they should though.
yeah, I don't know what I'm missing. Well, you can let me know what I'm missing, and I'll believe you, but I don't want it. I'll take the beans though, but I won't take the
Give
meat.
him a fried turkey chop on bread. He'll eat that.
No, I won't. Thank you.
Turkey chop?
Oh, turkey chop. I thought you was like,
I was great.
all I
Like
heard was chop.
turkey.
That's pork chop.
No,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. We could do a turkey chop. I mean, but you gotta know how to make it though. You can't just season it, not season it, and think that it's gonna. No,
no. So,
you
see,
got
you
to season turkey
got
because
to put some soul in it. Like
turkey don't.
I
don't
don't eat a lot of people's food because everybody thinks that they can cook and they cannot cook. So
yeah.
if you can cook, you got to cook for me
Right.
to want to eat it. Cause I didn't grow up eating no trash, so I can't eat it.
Right. Exactly.
I'm the worst. My face will tell it all.
So would I told no, I didn't tell you, but I just discovered, like, I've heard my parents talk about sugar water because of course they grew up in a different time. So I didn't know it. I heard about it, but I didn't know seriously
Eat
about
it.
it. So I was like, you know what? I'm bored. And I was like, oh, I'm thirsty. There's nothing but bottled water here. Let me put some sugar in it and see what happens. I ain't gonna tell you how many. Just know that at umpteen age, as old as I am, I really just discovered sugar
We are
water.
beyond drinking sugar water.
No, but I was so like, oh my god, why didn't I know about this as a kid? I was
You listen now. You better watch. You be losing teeth from cavities with
no,
that
I ain't
sugar.
gonna lose my teeth. I ain't gonna lose my teeth. And if I did lose teeth, you wouldn't know because there'd be new teeth right up in this. Because no, you don't play.
Like, come here, baby.
Right? No, you don't play with teeth. Okay, you need hand sanitizer. I think. Oh, cool. Thank you, Sonari. I will actually send you my address so you can send me some hand sanitizer. Because
Good night, Virginia Red Bone.
oh, good night, Virginia Raybone. It was nice. Thank you for coming. I'm just trying to catch up on everybody else to make sure I miss nothing. Well, okay. Now on that, we could scratch out the no neck bones, no oxtails, but the cornbread and the beans we could do. And if you do it right and you do the cornbread and like a chili with the beans in it, that's really good. And I learned that.
Things good for your heart. The more you eat them, the more you.
You know what? You know what? And I'm fine with that because there ain't nothing happening back there. So I'm good.
Nobody asked about
I'm just,
anything.
I'm just saying, will you eat my fried chops? Oh,
Huh?
you will like my fried chops. I guess.
Oh,
Maybe so. Oh, because he tell the truth. He don't care nothing about what Trump says. If Trump says drink bleach, he gonna say no, don't drink the bleach. And Trump don't like his word to be test with. He rather you let him say what he's gonna say and you just nod your head and go with it. You see how homegirl was sitting in the corner cringing, and you can see all her eyes. She's looking like, oh my God, my whole career, my life is over. But she wasn't gonna say, no, Mr. President, actually, they can't take disinfectant, because that's all she had to say. It was right then and there. It said, no, we haven't tested disinfectant inside the human body because that would blah 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 blah. That's it. That's simple. The man don't know nothing. He does not know anything. They just wanted another. I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry, and they're probably not gonna monetize me from after saying this, but they just wanted another white man in the office to feel secure and feel like they still had whiteness in the White House. That's all it was.
Mm.
They didn't want a white woman; they wanted a white man, and that's what they got. It just helped that he's a bigot, and he helped all the other bigots come out and say, "Yeah, we." Like people say, "I'm loud. I'm whatever." It's like, yeah, I'm bigoted. That's all. Um, okay. Sorry. Okay.
But yeah, another thing that I want to talk about on got so busy caught up with cutting up on a mental wellness note is that people do make mistakes, and I get that, and is there is a fine line between I made a mistake and apology,
Right.
and knowing that someone is showing a disregard for you, and to take heed when people do that. You know what I mean? Like somebody say, "Oh, I forgot to call you back." Okay. But if someone never ever calls you back and they know you need them and continuously, that's not a mistake. That is a blatant disregard for you. And it's
Right.
a conversation that maybe you can decide if you want to have with the person, if it's worth it for you or not. But never ignore someone's indirect disrespect or disregard in those kind of situations. And I say that because that kind of stuff can take a toll. Like when people don't encounter you the way that you think they should, or when you treat them a certain way and they don't treat you the same way back,
Mhm.
granted, it's not a tit for tat, but you still want to be giving back what you give out. You know what I mean? And that can mess
Mhm.
with your psyche. That can really make you feel weird. It can cause depression in people. Some people probably have even committed suicide as a result of that because they
Right.
felt isolated continuously. So don't don't be like that. And if you do it, try to make a better habit of it, and try to be mindful of people's feelings when you interact with them. And you don't have to be sensitive. The doors are just simple. You call me, I'll call you back. Cap.
I'm stopping right now. I'm down to where I
You
need to be.
can't. If I'm
Just
no. If I'm watching the show and I'm not on the show, and you keep doing that, the people can't read them anyway. So you putting them there is
they
irrelevant.
already read them. I'm just putting them
You
in.
don't know that.
Who don't know that?
You don't know if the people watching the
I,
show
I,
have read the comments that you.
we're having a friendly moment. Okay, so I've been in the chat. So I mean, I was just running through so make sure everybody had their point read. But you can go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going. I
Yeah,
got
but you
this.
can't. You worried about people, everybody getting their comment up, but the people who are trying to read the comments from the chat can't see them because you keep.
No, they've already read. Listen.
You
The
don't
chat
know
was
that.
moving. They've already read them.
You don't know that.
I
If it's
who's
moving,
already read the notes in the chat? Press one.
and I'm okay if they
We,
do.
we,
I'm just saying.
we
I'm
go,
telling you, if I go back and watch this replay, I would not be able to catch because you're doing it like.
well, I mean, it's not.
I can't read that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Nobody can.
I already got 2 ones. Thank you. That's all I needed. But it's okay. Go ahead.
If they're
I'm not gonna
watching
touch it. I'm not gonna touch it no more. Go ahead.
because they're watching what the people saying in the chat. They
Go
can't
ahead, bro.
put up on the thing.
Go ahead, bro. Finish it.
Anyway, that's the last time I'm gonna say it because he's determined to do it anyway. And people,
Okay, Duchess. I will help you out. I will slow it down since you.
thank you, Duchess, for not being on Cat's side. Let's ambush him.
No problem. I will stop pressing the button. It's already slow on my end, so I can imagine it's already been through the
No,
chat.
no, 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 no. It's not slow. It's slow on your end, but when you, it's like okay, one, two. I mean, I get it. We want to
Uh,
show everybody love
Okay,
and
so
everything. I get that.
I need to count it down then. Okay, I'll count it down.
Yeah, give
Oh,
it a little, a breather. Let it breathe a little bit.
no problem. Thanks.
Good gracious. Anyway,
Uh-huh. So go.
just it's so important. A lot of us don't realize the things that people take to heart
Yeah,
because they
very
don't tell
true.
you because they don't want to be overly emotional or
Mhm.
overly exposed. And some of the things people say, it really could hurt, could
Yeah,
really make them feel some kind of way or whatever the situation is. So I just want to bring light to just because someone's not saying it doesn't mean they're not bothered by it. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
very true.
And sometimes things like where we are in our lives in that moment, that thing that didn't used to be a thing may become a thing because I'm having an issue today. You know, I've
Yeah,
been that,
hello.
I've been that person where today I'm not right, and somebody said or did something, and I'm like, well, why would you? I'm
But
not, I'm human.
you already know. I told you, what was it, like 11 or something last night? Last
Yeah,
night.
yeah, 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 yeah. I had to think 'cause I was asleep.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Yeah,
had
I
to
had a
be up
moment.
early.
For those of you who don't know, some of you do, my mom had passed away 4 years ago yesterday. So everything that was happening had me on, I'm about to flip on this computer and go ham.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I had to hear my mom go, okay, is it worth it? What will you gain from it? Cut it out. Just chill and relax. I know you mad. And she would say my whole name, like, listen, calm down, relax. But yeah, definitely. So
Yeah,
hearing that was a bit so I just needed to call. And of course nobody was answering. So I had to really just be like, okay, speak,
yeah,
and I'll listen. And I kind of just, went to bed or whatever. But immediately, instantly, the younger person in me, because I'm so glad I'm older now, but the younger person in me was definitely like,
right,
or just go on my own platform and be like, listen here, you.
right, right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
it
you
is
know,
what it is, but it's
it's
just, you
weird, but
never know like where somebody is when
mhm,
you say things and do things. And
mm,
to bring that up, I do want to say that please, um, if you've noticed that one of our moderators is not with us today, um, Haitian Queen, I like to call her, but Haitian Princess, she had a death in her family. So she is actually on the road to handle that. So please keep Haitian Princess in your prayers, uh,
yes,
because she just had a death in her family. So
yes,
we need to make sure that we are you know, it's cool, of course, to be informative and to laugh and joke, but that we are concerned
yeah,
about our fellow people, and
yes,
make sure that we always lift them up in prayer and be concerned about them. So that is definitely something that we need to do.
yes,
And I wouldn't feel like myself, who I am originally, if I didn't say that and put that out first. So yes,
yeah,
please keep Haitian Princess in your prayers as
most
she
definitely,
deals with that. Um,
yeah. You
so
know, it's a lot going on in the air. Like when I started off this thing, just trying to make people aware of what's going on. Like Cap just said
mhm.
that he lost his mom 4 years ago. 4 years ago, a month later, after his mom, I lost my grandmother. So it's like, hmm?
No, no, no. Wolverine said, "Can he be a substitute moderator for me?"
So it's just a timeline that is rough for myself and for Cap,
Yeah,
and we kind of bounce off of each other. It's not something that you want to have in common that close,
yeah.
but
It
we
really isn't, but it kind of worked out that way
yeah,
because, yeah, I think what was my mother's funeral was your what you call his passing, so it was kind of, yeah,
yeah.
it was kind of bumpity bumpity like.
And and at that time, we couldn't be no help to each other
Mm-mm.
in that first when it happened because we had no space for nobody. We had to be selfish.
Mhm.
So, I said that not to bring us down. I said that to bring us up and to
Right,
support each other and to, because we just don't know. You see our faces right now, and then you see the people in the chat, but you don't know what they're going through, what they've
right,
been through, what they're feeling.
exactly,
And that's why it's important to just be general, you know what I mean? Be nice, be cool, be calm, be universal, be user friendly, you know what I mean? Other negativity and stuff like that, we laugh and we joke. And
right.
a lot of times we don't say a lot of stuff we want to say and talk about the subjects we want to talk about
Because it ain't.
because the huh?
I said because it ain't worth it.
It's not. The immature, we both still had the immature, the younger version of ourselves that wants to come out and play, and it's fun, but it's not worth it because again, how can you trust us if we don't have control of ourselves?
Right. Right.
You know,
And that's
so
the main, that's the main thing. It's
thank you, TC.
cool, to be out there and feel some type of way, but it's definitely a sign of maturity when you can conduct yourself up in a particular way. I'm not saying that everybody's immature. I'm not saying that. I'm just
No,
saying
you
you
just
know the level of people.
right, right. You
How
get
you
to a
grow.
point in your life that you just grow, and it's not something we planned. It just evolves. Like
Mm.
6 months ago, I was a different way. 2 years ago,
Yeah. Please.
whoo, good gosh, I would have. You
And
took
like I
me.
tell you this right now, if y'all sitting there talking, oh, he's so nice and well mannered and this, that, and the other, my mother would have a totally different story. She was like, okay, y'all must not have said nothing to get him
Mhm.
riled up. Because if you got him riled up, you wouldn't be saying he's that nice. You'd be like, he got a mouth on him. But yeah, the older you grow, the more you know, and you realize that things and people, situations aren't really worth it.
Right, right,
And you just you count your losses, as the good old Wiz
yeah.
Miss One says.
Count your blessings and cut your
Cut your
losses.
losses and
Hallelujah.
follow your big road. Tina.
But um, we
Yeah.
are supportive of you guys, and we thank you guys for your support. So if you ever
Yeah.
need
Thank
something
you.
going on in your life and you need some support, you feel like you need to talk to someone, you are more than welcome to email myself and email Cap, and because we know what it feels like to go through and
Good.
have to get through because we've had to survive storms that wouldn't stop on
Right.
many different levels, specifically over the last 4 years. Whoo.
It still ain't stopping. But yeah, and also too, if you have any information or come across an article that you think would be informative or important, please email it to me. I know some people send it to my DMs in Instagram because they follow me, but I don't really all the times get alerts from Instagram because I'm on it, but I mostly post pictures. I don't really like, follow or be looking at my DMs like that. So it'll be best to email me because that would be a direct and it'll, shoot directly to me and I'll be able to get it. So if you do come across an article or something you want me to talk about, I know there are some people in the chat that do it. And thank you for your information because a lot of times, I haven't even heard about a lot of the stories that are sent to me. So it informs me as well. And, we can inform each other.
Yeah.
And moving forward, I think that's awesome. Uh,
Yep.
Can we have a call-in session with you? I mean, that's if you feel like it, sir. The number is here and it's on. Hello, Mr. Credential, you hear me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to Wolverine.
Oh, no, 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 no. I heard him, but I was talking to you.
Oh yeah,
Hey, Mess, no mess. How you doing, Miss Craig? That's up to you if you
yeah,
feel.
no, I'm cool with it. I thought you were saying if you feel like it
Oh no
to
no 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 no! I was
Wolverine. Um,
talking to you.
oh, he means a private calling.
Oh no, we ain't doing that.
No,
We ain't doing that. There's
no,
no private call-in sessions. Either you do it publicly or you don't do it at all.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The Wiley Show. Welcome. You're a
Oh,
little.
welcome, dude. Welcome.
Yeah.
But no, we're not
Hey,
doing.
Queen Diva, how you doing?
Hey,
Welcome.
welcome,
Welcome.
Queen Diva.
Oh, we're not doing private call-in session.
No, we're not private dancers dancing for money.
No.
No, just joking. But no, we want to stay away from that kind of stuff. We want to keep it business, not personal. But thank you for the inquiry, though. We do appreciate it. No shade, though. Really.
Well, I mean, you ain't trying to record me and have me blasted out talking about, or you talking about stuff privately and me answering, and then yeah, it'd be a whole different. No, thank you.
No, you'll see a whole different side of us that no one has tapped into, and that wouldn't be
No,
that.
that wouldn't be helpful
Mm-mm.
for no one. So we're just gonna keep this. flowing and open.
Yeah,
It is. Um, I mean, I could
you
for
could.
like, no, I'll just put the number down there for 2 seconds. But if nobody calls in, then I'll just close it because it is open and it's doing.
She, see, y'all be having these sidebar conversations. Not that it's a problem, but I'm like, girl, she said, girl, I'm married today. And I'm
But
like,
see, that's why I was putting it up there. So at least you will
no,
be able
I'm
to
not
follow
saying don't put
it.
any of it, but I need to
No,
read it.
I'm not listening. I'm not listening. I said what I said.
This is when him and I get into it when he does that kind of crap. I said what I said is not a finalization with this urban stuff y'all got out here today.
it,
Like
is-
I said what I said. Don't
it,
at me. But like if I got something to say back to you, I'm gonna say it.
it is today. It is today. I'm just messing.
We've been cutting up tonight, y'all, but we've been doing handling business and cutting up at the same time. We
As,
appreciate y'all for hanging out.
as they say at the same damn time. Where's the stupid thing at? Oh, you know what I did? Yep. So we'll leave that up for a couple seconds, and then I'll just definitely just take it down. But yeah, no private calls because we don't do that. I don't even do that in my real life.
On since we're waiting, just in case somebody calls in, if
Mhm.
you guys have not gotten a sidebar, I mean a sidebar. I'm sorry. If you guys have not used an air fryer, please go get one. It will change your life. And this is if you like to cook or if you really don't like to cook and you're trying to get something that's going to work quicker for you, an air fryer is the way to go. So it's savvy for the tech people who love to cook and for people who are not big cooks. It's so good. I used it a few times. It is so worth it. Best Buy had one on sale that was normally 80 some dollars for 40.
Mm.
So
Was it open item?
mhm.
Was it an open item?
No.
It was cool. No, usually sometimes if it's that that difference in price is usually open item.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
trying to
think
get something just that somebody returned it. Oh, look at that. We have a phone call. To answer your question,
yes,
we
it is.
met through mutual friends. We met through
Yeah,
a mutual friend and we just remain friends.
yep. We've been friends for 14 years, actually.
A long time, long time.
Long time. See, Patty Duke, you know your stuff.
4406, you're on with politics and wellness. Huh? Oh, okay. This is Rico. Hey, how you doing? What's going on, sir?
What up, though?
Nothing much.
Hey,
Yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah, what up, though? Mr. Credential. I just wanted to say, I enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying, and I want you to do more call-ins and stuff like that, and that way people can interact and stuff like that too. Cause you don't ever put the number up like now, so ain't nobody knew it was on.
Yeah, we have put the number up tons of times, but sometimes people don't call in, and I mean that's cool too. It's no
yeah.
sweat. We have put the number up, but sometimes people don't call. But it's cool. Thank you for calling. For you though, mental wellness thing, I'm gonna need you
Mm-hmm.
to just you doing all right. I show you doing a little shaky butt earlier on Jay Wilson's thing, and I got a little nervous. Please don't get naked. But you're doing good.
I'm gonna put my clothes on.
Yes.
My clothes on.
Yes, I am proud of you for keeping your clothes on. But it's a progress, and you don't overnight uh, grow into the man that you're supposed to be. But definitely make those strides and continue to do that because you're capable of doing it. Don't ever think that you're not. So just do your thing.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because you always give me solid advice, so I really appreciate that.
I try.
But you don't eat no beans and egg bones, like
No,
what's up with that?
I do.
Got the corn, right?
See, I do beans. I don't do the neck bones because I don't. So no, we don't. We ain't doing that.
Nah, I eat beans sometimes, but no neck bones. It's just not something I grew up eating, so I'm not really, I eat a lot of other stuff, but not neck bones though. They're good for flavoring.
Y'all know what y'all missing. Put some hot sauce on it, and some crackers on the side, and some cornbread. Yeah.
Crackers and cornbread? You got to choose one. Either you're going to have the crackers or the cornbread. You ain't going to have
Like he gonna gain a pound, so he good.
No, not cornbread. I gotta have my cornbread.
Now, as a fellow fast metabolism brother, clearly that's a lot. Even that's a lot. So, the older you get, be careful with that. You wake up looking like somebody else we know, and then you be trying to figure out how you ended up on my 600-pound life.
Johnny, don't do him like that.
What?
Ain't no wrong with a little weight. A little weight is cool.
A little weight is fine. A lot of weight is a problem.
Right.
Yeah, it could be a health issue, though.
It sure can. Yeah, and you're young, so you know you don't want that.
But I just wanted to call in and get my shout out, of course, because I always call everybody's show. You know what I'm saying? And so, of course, I got to come and represent.
Thank you. And we will make sure that some people or any bartenders in there will put some, green emojis and beer and green emojis in the chat.
Bartender, put the beer and green emoji in the chat, and it's going down like that. It has been your boy Rico Reports. I love y'all.
All right, love you too, sir.
I love you too, man.
Later.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
We'll just turn that down. Well, thanks, Rico, for your call. It was.
Yeah, we appreciate you showing love. So somebody gonna have to make me some neck bones because I've never had it. Is it meat on neck bones? Like, are you just sucking on the bones for the flavor?
That's a good question because
know what?
As far as images wise, I just feel like it's a little bit, and it's just like, is it really worth it? But I guess the flavor is what people are more attracted to.
Yeah.
Because I really don't see no meat.
Because a lot of people use them, eat them, and cook them.
Flavor,
flavor. I'm not down with that. I cook pretty well, but I don't know about going about on that phone.
Yeah, you got that.
Somebody asked, could I do a tutorial?
Tutorial on what?
On the air fryer. It's pretty simple. I don't really think I'm up for the tutorial because I'm not a real talker when I cook. I'll just have it in my mind what I'm doing. So my tutorial will be a solid one because I'm not a talker when I cook. Talking distracts me when I cook. I need to put my energy, my love in my food.
Well, yeah. Wolverine, I wouldn't suggest you do that either because I'm sure there's a lot of people waiting to get a hold of your email to send you all types of stuff.
Yeah. You would have to shut that one down.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's an Eric K. But I'm cool. I like to try different stuff, but I always saw neck bones as an older thing. I just realized you changed your picture too. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. See, I noticed. I told them when I first saw it. I said, "Oh, nice picture, by the way." She was like, "Oh, thanks." Blushing. I was like, "Yeah."
Killing yourself, Tenary K.
I mean, I had to as her husband. Well, I think I'm the Monday, Wednesday husband.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, right. That's what I feel like. And Sunday all to myself. But definitely a beautiful picture.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't even thought about mine since I first put it up there a long time ago, however long it's been. I haven't even thought about it.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. We've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay. You're welcome, Tenary.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. It's been a great time as always. Hopefully you left with something informative or something you didn't know. Even if you did know it, you still left enlightened.
Yes.
And again, if you have any questions, concerns, or anything that you want to talk privately outside of this public forum, you can reach Mr. Credential and myself via email on the emails provided in the description box. Just make sure, of course, you keep it respectful and not too crazy, because yeah, you may not like the response you get back. However, we do always appreciate your support, your click and your view, definitely your participation in the chat, because at least we know that the purpose that we're serving definitely helps, and it's always a blessing.
Yep. And just remember, like it's one of Cap and myself, artists, like Indy Ari would say, the truth, it needs no proof. Either it is.
Or it isn't.
So once you say the truth, you don't need to prove it. You say
Right.
nothing else. It just is what it is. Because if it's the truth,
it don't need no proof.
just stand up by itself.
As she says. And then also, as I always say, if you want to be if you want to see change, you have to be the change that you want to see. And that even goes for here. If you want to see a change in it, you have to be that change. So there's certain things that you have to refrain from doing or being in order to see that change that you want to see. So as always, thank you guys for your love and support. And until next time, same bat time, same bat channel, Tuesdays at 8:05.
And yes, TC, I will take a recipe for neck bones. Can't tell you I'm gonna use it, but if it looks good and sounds good, I might give it a whirl and let you know how it goes. I can't promise you though,
Well, you guys have a great night. Thanks, as always, for stopping by, and we're out. Peace.